Industrial salespeople are focusing too much time on the traditional ways of selling, and they're not hustling enough. We have worked with numerous clients over the last 8 years, but if I'm focusing strictly on the last few years, over $50 million worth of results because our clients are following this specific recipe from the beginning on how to bring new opportunities into it. This doesn't have to do with marketing. Our marketing department brings in way more revenue for our clients. This is just looking at the sales team. So if you're a sales manager or a salesperson in industrial, then these 3 areas that I'm about to jump into will definitely help you out. The first one's gonna be building a list. Where are you getting your list from? Where are you getting the prospects that you're trying to go after? Are you using old lists through trade shows, new lists through trade shows, old customers, people that you know, just using LinkedIn to do some quick searches? That is where you have to start with fixing the problem. You have to know who you're going after and what industries, what specific targets. The best way to build that list is going to be using a platform like ZoomInfo. ZoomInfo is the leader in data technology. We've been using them for almost 8 years ourselves since they first got started. We spend tens of thousands of dollars a year just for ourselves to be able to quickly build lists, get contact information for people, and start to market to them and sell to them through our own internal processes. No different than for clients. When clients are like, I don't know who to go after, or we've got a new market, new industry we're going into, we have a way of going and saying, who are some key companies that you want to do business with, doing lookalike searches, reverse lookalike searches into ZoomInfo, even going on LinkedIn, building lists based on industry, company size, location, things like that. But you have to start with a solid list because so much time can be spent chasing your tail over companies that aren't a fit with what you are trying to sell to them, whether it's a product or a service, or the contact information isn't good. That's where ZoomInfo comes in. We've been using them. We're not a partner with them. There's no affiliate link or anything like that, but this is what's going to work. It costs you about $7,500 to get started with a decent clip of people that you can export, and it goes north from there, but at least starting with the sales, I think it's called Sales OS or something like that. You're able to search your database, save searches, build a list, export those lists into a spreadsheet, then upload them into your CRM system. But you gotta be as specific as possible. Too often people go very wide with their searches. We do the opposite. We go very targeted, very strategic. So whether it's an industry size, say I want to go after people in aerospace and DoD or in automotive, but I want big companies first. So I'm gonna create a list of whales, and I'm gonna go after companies that are more than 500 million in revenue or more than 1,000 people working at that company. Then you go after the sharks, which is the middle area of it, where I'm gonna say, show me people from 200 to $500 million in revenue or 500 to 1,000 people at their company, and then go into the small fish, where that's gonna be people that are gonna spend less money with you, have less opportunities, but sometimes those people can turn into massive whales through acquisition and things like that. But you gotta start with that list. You gotta make sure that whoever you're going after, the data is clean, because it's a waste of time. And if you're using old lists, we had one client, they had 32,000 people in their database, in their CRM system, specifically in HubSpot. The data was not clean, it was a complete waste of time. So when we came in, we said, we're gonna delete all of these people, start fresh, because there's no point of marketing to people or trying to call people from a sales standpoint to pitch to them if the contact information isn't good. It's just a waste of time. Start with that list, tighten it up. If you have to scrap everything, do that, but get a system like ZoomInfo to be able to quickly pull contact information and start selling to them. The second area is gonna be the follow-up. Industrial salespeople typically do not follow up enough. They'll follow up once or twice or maybe 3 times. Most of them will only follow up twice. They get distracted. It's like the shiny new object syndrome, where they've got different opportunities, bigger opportunities, and one area they're gonna forget about the stuff they were working on a month ago, 6 months ago. They have to follow up. The easiest way to do this is gonna be put people in a marketing email campaign drip and just continuously follow up with them every month, every 2 months, just touching base to see where those projects at, just seeing if you guys have a need for this. Here's a new video that we just did, an article that we wrote. Send it out to those people, because you never know. It's all about timing in industrial sales. You guys know that. You can call somebody today and they say no, and tomorrow they have a need. It all depends on what's going on there. So with that being said, you have to make sure that you're following up. That's where the money is. We just got off a call today with a client. I've been tracing this guy down for over a year. Still haven't closed a deal, but there still is an opportunity. Now, I could have just said, if he wanted something, he would email me. Yes, but that's a lost opportunity, lost revenue potential for us. The same situation for industrial salespeople. You have to continuously follow up. Never give up until they say, nope, we have no need, or you can unqualify them or say, there's no way we're ever gonna do business because they don't have a need, they don't have the budget, they're not the size of company we want. Unqualify them, move on to other people. But you want to continuously stay on top of them, Try and use automation as your friend to make it to where you can remove the human element and people don't have to forget or like create tasks. Oh, I gotta follow up with this person today. Try and automate it if you can, but the money is in the follow-up and you guys just aren't typically following up enough, and that is a drastic decrease to your revenue opportunities. The third area is gonna be multiple touch points. So you built your list, you're following up with people. How are you following up? How are you reaching out to the people? The easiest way to do this is through email, right? I can put them in an email drip campaign, marketing automation, and just email out, hey, checking in, hey, here's a thing, and then talk to the people that respond or engage. But when you look at the data and it shows emails are delivering but not being open, I'm leaving voicemails but they're not returning the call, you have to change your tactic. There's a handful of ways to follow up with people and have multiple touch points. The first one's gonna be the phone, then you're gonna go into email, then you're gonna go into social, then you're gonna go into snail mail. Snail mail can work. Doing a direct mail campaign, simple postcards, sending out to 1,000, 5,000 people, it's only gonna cost you, I don't know, 50, 60, 80 cents per send, but that's worth it because that's a way to put something in front of them that's gonna get them to remember you, and then they can maybe listen to the voicemail, maybe they'll actually respond to your LinkedIn message, but you cannot continuously do the same thing and expect different results. So if you keep calling and leaving voicemails and they're not responding, move on to email, change it over to LinkedIn, send them a connection request, send them a message, do a personal visit, stop by if you're in the area, shoot a video and send it to them, just change something about it. If it's not working, don't just say this person isn't a good fit, maybe it's your effort that's not a good fit. So change the ways that you're following up, the ways that you're touching them, and you will see massive results from that. Hopefully you guys got value out of that content. If you did share it with one person you know, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to listen to this in a podcast, check out Technical Sales and Marketing with me on every major podcast platform. Follow me on LinkedIn if you want some behind the scenes footage that we're posting every single day, and we'll see you on the next one.